Okay, I'm back, y'all. It is 9:56 or 21:56 on Friday, February 13, 2026. And I already shuffled. I just wanted to get one more in because I got time. Why not? So, this person, right, was told not to do something, right? But of course they didn't listen, right? Why would we listen to advice? Why would we listen to wise advice, right? Who does that? So this person definitely didn't. And whatever they did set them back, right? It put them in the place of what they were like. It flipped things. But wait, what was that? It flipped things so that the person that was coming up with the plan ended up being in the position that they were trying to make somebody else be in. So they wanted this person to be broke, penny pinching, begging for money, can't really take care of themselves, unable to be calm and in control because they're in their brain about, oh, I'm going to pay this bill, I'm going to pay that bill, anxiety building, bills coming in, no money, coming in before it, you know what I mean? Like that's what they wanted this person to be, right? In that energy. But this person is moving in the right direction. This is not working on them. Like whatever that was isn't working on them. The advice was to not do whatever it is they did already because it's foolish. Why would you do that? Like whatever the plan was, it was something ridiculous that nobody in their right mind would do. You know what I mean? This person was looked at, the person that told this, the person that gave wise advice, that told this person don't do it, they was looking at that person like that person was just being a pessimist. Basically, you just a hater. Like, how do you get that? That is not wise advice. Wise advice means what you're doing literally is going to blow up in your face. I'm telling you right now, it can go no other way. That is crazy. How do you look at, I don't know. That's anyway, they was looking at this person like they're being negative. But it wasn't obviously the truth. This person had the wrong intentions. Like whatever they were trying to do was not something that was going to be good for anybody. Therefore, it was no reason to do it. Why? You ain't gonna benefit. The person that you're doing it to ain't gonna benefit. Nobody around you gonna be like. What is the point in doing this action? That's what I mean. Like wise words are something that to me is common sense. You know what I mean? But this person clearly lacks that. But they rushed and did it anyway. Because why would you take wise advice? And ended up in the spot where the person told them they would be. Which is terrible for this person because they're a greedy person. They're a person that's built off of impulsive actions around money. Obviously, they're a know-it-all. You got wise advice from somebody and you didn't even listen. Like, this strikes me as a person that's like, you don't tell me. I got money. You don't tell me nothing because I got money. Like, one of those people that just because they have money, you can't tell them nothing. Literally, they can't tell them nothing because they have money. Right. And this person is vain as hell and likes to overindulge in everything they do because they got money. So When I buy drinks, I can buy 3 bars. I just might do that when I fly in on my helicopter for no reason. like type of shit. This person is a mess, for real. Lack of clear judgment? No way, really? This plan was so selfish, and I can't even, like, this plan that this person had is like, it was so selfish and so unnecessary, so unfair, like radical, to the point where it was so radical it was like, why would you, I can find 17 different reasons why you would never do something like that. Like that. They look irresponsible. Instead of, they don't know, this person doesn't know how they look to other people, evidently. Lack of discretion. I said that. You might want to be discreet, but okay. Yeah, that's crazy. This whole situation was unjust. But see, the thing is that the person that came up with this wild ass plan, they didn't care about it being unjust. That's why they thought of this crazy shit. They didn't care that it was unjust. And it slowly bit them in the neck. I just saw like a constriction, like a boa constrictor going around this person's body, wrapping them up tight, getting ready to choke them all the way out. Their own plan choked them out. They didn't want to do any work. Get your life together. Whatever this radical plan is, this person, their expectation was that they would end up not having to work. So whatever they came up with, that was the whole point of the plan. No matter how unjust, as long as I don't have to punch the clock, I don't care. Now, I'm sure we can all think of some wildly unjustified things that happen so people don't have to work. And I can imagine somebody that doesn't want to work also doesn't want to actually pay any bills, right? Because if you don't want to work, which is the most responsible thing that you can do as an adult, is to go to work and take care of yourself. It doesn't matter what you do for work. The people trip me out that steal and gamble and prostitute people and traffic folks and selling a kidney and all of this, so you don't have to go to work. You do know work can be whatever you desire, right? Like, you can apply at any place where you are even remotely interested in that job. If you're not, then you clearly have enough time on your hands. Why don't you do something that actually pacifies you and spends time being productive and creative? Like, nah, I'd rather traffic people. Like, that's wildly unjust. Because what about the people that you just plucking off the street? Like, maybe they were just on their way to their knitting class where they were trying to spend their time productively. But who cares about that, right? Maybe that's what this is about. That was random. That was random. But yeah, maybe that's what the plan was. Scoop somebody up and just go ahead and, get paid off of that, because I don't want to go to work. That is very selfish. Very selfish. Not doing any work at all. That's crazy. I just let it sink in right now that, people will actually sell other people so they don't have to go to work. Like, let that sink in. That's wow. Also, you don't have to go to work. This person, their whole plan was to take somebody and make them work for them. Like, make them work for them, basically. That's the plan. That's how it happens. Is that if you watch some of these YouTube stations like Soft White Underbelly, um, you'll see, or if you listen to the stories from some of these women who've been trafficked, it starts with, I met a man. This man is that man. This is the man. Whoever he was trying to do this to, somebody flat told them, don't try that person. That person is not the person. This is going to blow up in your face. This is going to blow up in your face. And it did. Every bit of this blew up in this person's face. Yeah. Because they're on the opposite end. So that's what you wanted for this person. That's what you getting. Well. Okay. I'm not going to get any deeper into that. I'm not going any deeper into that at all. I can pretty much see, I'm sure you can too, where that's going. Um, mm. So surface level, let's bring it back up a little bit. Um, the request in they soul was to get rid of somebody by making them work for them. Like, and that isn't a justified reason of ruining someone else's life. And then you did it to somebody who is very likely in control of their life, whereas this person clearly is not. You're not even doing regular, everyday adult behavioral things like paying your bills and working for yourself. Like, but you intend to go into a person's life who is doing that. That was likely what this person is saying. That doesn't make any sense. That's not going to work. Nah. Because a person, a woman, or a man, it doesn't matter. A woman or a man that works for themselves and knows, like, okay, I got this bill due. I need to, somebody who's taking care of themselves like an adult, they're not going to allow a person like this to come into their life and turn their life upside down. That doesn't, like a real adult, no. No. That's why it's not going to work, and that's why that person told them that. But this person is arrogant. Like I said, I got money. You gonna tell me? This person lost their money. I want to say they lost their. I want to say they lost their money because they did a whole lot of spending, thinking that this person was going to work for them. Whatever they were doing, they thought that they were successful and that this person was going to end up in the long run, like right on time, this person was going to end up working for them. That's what they But they spent all their money, and it turns out, just like dude said, or she said, that person is not working for them. So it was foolish. It was stupid from this person saw it happening and told them, and this person didn't listen. Because why would you listen to wise advice? But anyway, I'm not going to say that again. Because it just ends up back to the point where this person is a nut. Like, lack of judgment. I mean, I guess this person is crazy because of the fact that it's like, how could you be so foolish to believe that everybody can follow the same program, can be ushered down the same road, can fall prey to the same game over, like nobody, like no one's impervious to my. Come on. You cannot possibly sit here and believe that the things that you have done in the past to everybody else is going to work on everybody. There's got to be at least one person that it's not going to work on. And this person told him that it ain't going to work on that person. Like, girl, he is not getting ready to do all of that for you. He's not. He's not about to do all of that for you. Mm-mm. But this person, you couldn't tell them nothing because they wealthy, they rich. I'm rich, bro. Can't tell me nothing. I know what I see. And I can do it because I've done it before. The wrong intentions. Mm-mm. Trying to live a luxurious life. um, at the expense of somebody else. Yeah, I throw that out there. Turning somebody's life upside down. And see, the thing is this person was adamant about it. Even after somebody said that is completely unjust, that you were trying to go into a person's life that is taking care of themselves and trying to live a decent life, a real just life, like a virtuous life. Like, you want to go into that person's life and try to do all of this. When you got all of these people out here, all these men out here who throw money at women like you, but you want to go for the one that's like, look, I'm just trying to get to the money the legit way. I don't need all that extra headache, ma'am. Like, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to have you busting out the windows of my car singing Jasmine Sullivan. Like, all of that is for the birds. You can keep that. Like, why would you want to go into that guy's life and do all of this, or that girl's life and do all of this? He didn't care because she didn't care because she saw dude as a lick. She saw that person as somebody who was eventually going to pay her way. Buy her the dishes that she want, buy her the purses that she want, buy her the house that she want, take her on the trips that she want. Like, that's the way she saw this person. A dollar sign. And I flipped it because it goes either way, right? Because it's the same thing. It's people seeing each other as dollar signs, no matter if it's organized crime or not, Well, that's crazy. Lack of judgment and self-control. This person didn't care. That's it. There's no little other way to put it. This person did not give a damn. Period, point blank, period. Trying to take somebody's will from them was nothing. Excuse me. And they were willing to do so. They didn't care. There was nothing. They didn't care. It's all about the money, and that's all they cared about. And now that they're in that position, I'm sure they are toe up about it. You know, you have to be in your mind. You have to really be honest with yourself eventually. Like, this is crazy to be in the position you wanted somebody else to be in. So is this person getting ready to get trapped? They probably are. They probably might come up missing. They probably are. But you gotta admit that's pretty genius karma. Because why would you do this? And then you did it, and now guess what your outcome is? You signing up to somebody? Somebody gotta go. Where that person at? Oh, you don't have, okay. So get on in and let's get on going. Gotta say, this is kind of wild. Interesting though. I won't hold y'all too long. Thank you for showing up. My name is Jamila. Come back for the next one.